The warning signs in the auto industry are impossible to ignore. Across America, new vehicles are piling up on dealer lots with no buyers in sight, some sitting unsold for more than a full year. We're witnessing a perfect storm that's leaving dealerships desperate and manufacturers panicking as inventory levels reach crisis proportions. The culprits? Skyrocketing prices that have pushed the average new car transaction beyond $50,000. Punishing interest rates that add hundreds to monthly payments. Insurance premiums climbing faster than inflation. And most importantly, consumers who are finally saying enough to an industry that seems determined to price them out of the market. Today we're exposing the 14 car models that dealers absolutely cannot sell. Vehicles with inventory levels exceeding 6 months, some approaching a full year of supply. Using the latest CarEdge market day supply data, we'll show you exactly which models are gathering dust on dealer lots and why consumers are walking away from these once desirable vehicles. This isn't just about cars sitting unsold, it's about a fundamental disconnect between what the auto industry is offering and what Americans can actually afford. And the implications for manufacturers, the economy, and your next vehicle purchase are profound. What's truly shocking about these unsold vehicles isn't just their growing numbers, it's what they reveal about the auto industry's fatal miscalculations. These aren't random models struggling to find buyers. They represent specific market segments and corporate strategies that are spectacularly failing in today's economic climate. The most alarming pattern? Electric vehicles that manufacturers poured billions into developing are now sitting unsold for hundreds of days, with depreciation rates so severe that some lose half their value within the first year. This EV reality check is sending shockwaves through boardrooms from Detroit to Tokyo. Even more concerning, luxury brands that once commanded wait lists and premium prices are now watching inventory pile up as affluent buyers become increasingly selective. Some high-end European models are sitting on lots for over a year, forcing dealers to offer unprecedented discounts that would have been unthinkable just 2 years ago. But perhaps most revealing is which vehicles are selling and how their success exposes the growing divide between industry expectations and market realities. While overpriced EVs and luxury vehicles languish, certain models offering genuine value and reliability are flying off lots, sometimes with wait lists, despite the overall market slowdown. 14. Infiniti QX55 188 days supply. Infiniti launched the QX55 hoping to capitalize on the coupe SUV trend pioneered by BMW and Mercedes, but in 2025, this model is proving increasingly difficult to move off dealer lots. With 188 days of inventory, more than 6 months of supply, dealers are growing increasingly concerned. The QX55's fundamental problem is that it's built on aging architecture. Sharing its platform with the QX50 that dates back to 2019, the QX55 feels a generation behind competitors like the BMW X4 and Mercedes GLC Coupe, both of which have received more recent updates with cutting-edge technology. Under the hood, the QX55's variable compression turbo engine sounds innovative on paper, but real-world performance has disappointed many buyers. Critics consistently point to inconsistent throttle response and fuel efficiency that fails to deliver on its technological promises. Meanwhile, Infiniti's brand image continues to struggle in the luxury space with declining sales across its entire lineup. While the QX55's average selling price of approximately $54,000 undercuts its German rivals by several $1,000s, buyers increasingly recognize that spending slightly more delivers substantially better driving dynamics, technology, and resale value from established luxury brands. This value equation simply isn't working in Infiniti's favor. As one dealer in Colorado put it, We can't give these away even with $10,000 off sticker. Customers cross-shop it against the Germans and decide to either spend a bit more for a BMW or save money with a mainstream brand that offers better reliability. 13. Ford F-150 Lightning 190 Days Supply. Ford's electric pickup was supposed to revolutionize the truck market and cement the company's position in the EV space. Instead, the Lightning has become an inventory headache with 190 days supply and over 9,500 trucks sitting unsold across the country. The Lightning struggles begin with its price point. With an average transaction price exceeding $70,000, many truck buyers are experiencing severe sticker shock, especially when comparing the Lightning to conventional F-150 models that cost significantly less. For that premium price, buyers expect a transformative experience, but many find the Lightning too similar to a standard F-150, just with batteries and a much higher price tag. Reliability concerns are amplifying buyer hesitation. The Lightning has faced multiple recalls, including a serious steering hazard and potential battery fire risk due to short circuits. These safety issues have dampened enthusiasm, especially among conservative truck buyers who prioritize proven reliability. Perhaps most damaging has been the real-world limitations revealed through owner experiences. Towing capacity, while impressive on paper, comes with severe range penalties that can reduce driving range by 50% or more when pulling heavy loads. This fundamental limitation undermines the Lightning's practicality for the work-focused customers who form the core of Ford's truck market. The competition isn't helping either. For buyers committed to electric trucks, alternatives like the Rivian R1T offer more distinctive styling and better range, while the Tesla Cybertruck provides more innovation at similar price points. Meanwhile, traditional truck buyers are sticking with proven gasoline and diesel models that don't require lifestyle adjustments. 12. Nissan Murano 191 Days Supply. After nearly a decade without a full redesign, Nissan finally updated the Murano for 2025. Despite the fresh styling inspired by the electric Ariya and interior upgrades including dual 12.3-inch screens and available massaging seats, dealers are sitting on 191 days of inventory with nearly 15,000 units unsold nationwide. The Murano's powertrain change has proven controversial. Nissan replaced the previous 3.5-liter V6 with a new 2.0-liter variable compression, turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. While this new powertrain delivers better efficiency and is paired with a more refined 9-speed automatic transmission, it actually produces less horsepower than the V6 it replaces, a downgrade that many shoppers notice during test drives. Brand perception remains Nissan's biggest hurdle. Years of leadership turmoil, financial challenges, and quality concerns have eroded consumer confidence in the brand. When cross-shopping against more stable competitors like Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai, many buyers are choosing what they perceive as safer bets for their $40,000 investment. The midsize crossover segment is also brutally competitive, with standouts like the Toyota Venza, Honda Passport, and Hyundai Santa Fe offering similar features, often with stronger reliability reputations. As one dealer in Texas noted, when people come to look at the Murano, they've usually already driven a competitor. Unless we offer significant discounts, they typically leave without buying. 11. Ford Mustang Mach-E 198 Days Supply. Ford's electric Mustang has struggled to gain traction since launch, and 2025 is proving especially challenging with 198 days of inventory and nearly 16,000 units sitting unsold nationwide. This inventory glut reflects broader cooling in the EV market, but the Mach-E faces additional challenges unique to its positioning. Depreciation has emerged as the Mach-E's most alarming problem. Some reports indicate first-year value drops approaching 50%. a financial disaster for owners, and a serious red flag for prospective buyers considering a vehicle with a $50,000 plus starting price. This rapid value erosion makes leasing expensive and financing risky, as buyers face potential negative equity situations almost immediately. The Mach-E's value proposition has deteriorated further due to recent price increases. Tariffs on Chinese-made components forced Ford to raise prices by $600 to $2,000 depending on trim level, making the vehicle even harder to justify when compared to established competitors like the Tesla Model Y, which offers better range, charging infrastructure, and technology for similar money. Performance and range, while adequate, have failed to excite buyers enough to overcome these financial concerns. As one industry analyst noted, Ford positioned the Mach-E as a Tesla fighter, but it doesn't quite deliver the same experience, charging network, or technology that Tesla owners expect. Meanwhile, traditional Mustang fans aren't converting to electric at the rates Ford anticipated. 10. Cadillac CT4, 201 days supply. The Cadillac CT4 entered the compact luxury sedan segment with high hopes, but 5 years after its 2020 debut, it's struggling to attract buyers with 201 days of inventory and 2,700 unsold units nationwide. This inventory backlog highlights Cadillac's ongoing challenges in the luxury sedan market. Now midway through its life cycle without a major redesign, the CT4 faces newer, fresher competitors. The segment has evolved rapidly with updated models from BMW, Audi, and Mercedes, while newer luxury brands like Genesis have introduced compelling alternatives with stronger value propositions and more distinctive styling. At an average selling price of $47,000, the CT4 occupies an awkward middle ground, more expensive than fully loaded mainstream sedans, but lacking the prestige and refinement of established European luxury brands. This pricing strategy has proven particularly problematic as interest rates have climbed, pushing monthly payments beyond what many target buyers are willing to accept. Reliability concerns continue to dog Cadillac, with Consumer Reports and J.D. Power ratings that lag behind Japanese and Korean competitors. This reputation issue becomes particularly significant at luxury price points where buyers expect flawless ownership experiences. The CT4's struggles also reflect broader market shifts away from sedans toward crossovers and SUVs. As one dealer in Pennsylvania explained, for every customer asking about a CT4, we get 20 looking at the XT4 and XT5. Sedan customers are a dying breed, and the few that remain typically want something from the established European brands. 9. Volvo XC40, 209 days supply. Volvo's compact XC40 crossover once represented the perfect blend of Swedish design, safety innovation, and reasonable luxury pricing. In 2025, however, dealers are sitting on 209 days of inventory with over 7,000 units unsold, a concerning sign for a vehicle that once sold briskly. A significant recall affecting the rearview camera system in over 400,000 Volvo vehicles has damaged buyer confidence in the brand's technology. This issue, combined with the reports of power system failures and below-average reliability ratings from Consumer Reports, has created hesitation among safety-conscious buyers, precisely the demographic Volvo targets. At an average selling price exceeding $48,000, the XC40 now faces intense competition from both mainstream brands offering loaded compact SUVs and other luxury manufacturers. German competitors have refreshed their offerings more recently, while newcomers like the Genesis GV70 provide more features and stronger warranty coverage at similar price points. The XC40's interior technology, once cutting-edge, now feels dated compared to newer rivals. The Google-based infotainment system has received mixed reviews, with some owners reporting laggy performance and feature limitations that don't meet expectations in this price category. As one industry observer noted, Volvo built its modern reputation on being the thinking person's luxury choice, rational, safe, and somewhat understated. But when reliability issues emerge in a Volvo, it undermines the core brand promise that justified its premium pricing. If you agree that car prices have reached absurd levels compared to average incomes, smash that like button to send a message to the industry. 8. Land Rover Discovery, 209 days supply. The Land Rover Discovery has positioned itself as the do-everything luxury SUV, offering serious off-road capability, premium appointments, and family-friendly space. But with 209 days of inventory and 1,668 units sitting unsold, it's clear that buyers aren't convinced by this proposition in 2025. At an average selling price exceeding $75,000, the Discovery competes in a crowded luxury SUV segment where expectations for quality, technology, and refinement are exceptionally high. Unfortunately, Land Rover's persistent reliability issues continue to undermine the Discovery's appeal at this premium price point. Owners frequently report electrical problems, infotainment glitches, and inconsistent build quality. Issues that might be tolerable in less expensive vehicles but become deal breakers when spending luxury car money. As J.D. Power's vehicle dependability studies consistently rank Land Rover near the bottom of all manufacturers, these concerns aren't mere perceptions but documented realities. The competitive landscape has grown increasingly challenging as well. BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus offer more refined on-road manners and stronger reliability reputations, while newcomers like Genesis provide similar luxury appointments with industry-leading warranty coverage. Even within the Jaguar Land Rover family, many buyers are opting for the more prestigious Range Rover Sport instead, which commands stronger resale values despite similar pricing. One dealer in California summarized the situation bluntly. The customers who actually need serious off-road capability typically buy a Toyota Land Cruiser or a Jeep. The luxury buyers who might consider a Discovery usually end up in a BMW X5 or Mercedes GLE after they research reliability ratings. We're left with a shrinking middle ground of buyers who value the badge but haven't looked at consumer reports. 7. Alfa Romeo Stelvio, 218 days supply. Alfa Romeo's Stelvio SUV was designed to combine Italian passion with practical utility, delivering sporting dynamics in a segment often criticized for bland driving experiences. Yet with 218 days of inventory and 875 units unsold nationwide, the Stelvio is officially among the market's slowest-selling vehicles. Despite genuine driving enjoyment thanks to sharp handling and responsive powertrains, the Stelvio continues to battle perception problems that have plagued Alfa Romeo since its return to the American market. Reliability concerns remain the biggest hurdle, with both Consumer Reports and J.D. Power data suggesting below-average dependability compared to competitors. At an average selling price exceeding $55,000, the Stelvio occupies the heart of the luxury crossover market where options abound. For similar money, shoppers can choose the BMW X3, Mercedes GLC, or Audi Q5, all offering stronger brand prestige and more established dealer networks for service and support. Interior quality represents another competitive disadvantage. While the Stelvio's cabin looks distinctive, many reviewers and owners note that material quality and technology features lag behind German and Japanese rivals. This becomes particularly problematic when dealerships have limited inventory of parts and long service wait times. Another complaint frequently cited by Alfa owners. Industry data reveals a concerning pattern. Most Stelvio sales are leases rather than purchases, indicating limited confidence in long-term ownership. As one finance manager explained, customers love how the Stelvio drives, but very few want to own one outside of warranty. Almost everyone leases, and many don't return for another Alpha when the lease ends. Porsche Taycan, 241 days of inventory. The Porsche Taycan represents the legendary sports car manufacturer's all-in commitment to electrification, combining breathtaking performance with zero emissions. However, with 241 days of inventory on dealer lots, this flagship EV is struggling to find buyers despite updated batteries and faster charging capabilities for 2025. The Taycan's most shocking problem is catastrophic depreciation. Some models have appeared on the used market at discounts approaching 60% off original MSRP, an unprecedented value collapse for a Porsche product. Kelley Blue Book projects losses exceeding $57,000 over 5 years, making it one of the most expensive vehicles to own regardless of its initial purchase price. This depreciation crisis stems from multiple factors: rapidly evolving EV technology that makes older models seem outdated, range figures that fall short of Tesla alternatives, and high maintenance costs that have surprised early adopters. As potential buyers become aware of these ownership costs, new Taycan sales have declined nearly 50% year over year. While the Taycan delivers exhilarating performance and Porsche's legendary handling, the practical limitations of its electric powertrain have proven problematic for the brand's traditional customer base. Range anxiety, charging infrastructure limitations, and long-distance travel complications represent significant lifestyle adjustments for buyers accustomed to the convenience of gas-powered Porsches. Competition within the luxury EV space has intensified dramatically as well. Tesla continues to dominate with superior range and charging networks, while new entrants like the Lucid Air offer longer range and even quicker charging. Meanwhile, Porsche's own Macan EV provides similar technology in a more practical crossover format that better matches current market preferences. 5. Range Rover Velar, 241 days supply. The Range Rover Velar offers striking design in a mid-size luxury SUV package, but with 241 days of inventory and 3,379 units sitting unsold, it's clear that beauty alone isn't enough to move metal in today's market. The Velar faces an existential challenge. Industry sources confirm it's heading toward discontinuation with no new generation planned. This impending death sentence has severe implications for resale value and buyer confidence, as most luxury shoppers want to avoid investing in a soon-to-be orphaned model with uncertain parts and service support. Reliability concerns continue to plague the Velar, with Consumer Reports consistently ranking it below average. Owner forums document frequent issues ranging from serious mechanical problems like timing, chain failures to persistent electronic glitches affecting everything from the infotainment system to critical vehicle functions. One owner's forum post captured the frustration: "Terrible mechanical issues left us stranded beside the road." Perhaps most damaging is the Velar's catastrophic depreciation. Kelley Blue Book estimates a shocking 62% loss in value over 5 years, meaning a vehicle with an original MSRP around $75,000 might be worth just $28,600 after 5 years of ownership. This depreciation rate exceeds almost every competitor in its class, creating a financial trap for buyers who finance their purchase. The competitive landscape offers numerous alternatives with better reliability histories and stronger resale value, including the BMW X5, Mercedes GLE, and Lexus RX. Even within the Jaguar Land Rover family, many buyers are opting for the more practical Discovery Sport or stepping up to the full Range Rover Sport, which commands stronger resale despite its higher initial price. 4. Volkswagen ID.4, 262 days supply. Volkswagen's ID.4 was supposed to spearhead the brand's electric revolution in America, but with 262 days of inventory and 4,621 units sitting unsold, this EV crossover has become a symbol of the broader EV market slowdown. The ID.4's most alarming problem is depreciation that exceeds even the troubled EV segment's average. CarEdge data shows a projected 60% value loss over 5 years, a financial disaster for owners and a serious deterrent for prospective buyers considering a $45,000 investment. This rapid value erosion creates negative equity situations for financed purchases and makes leasing prohibitively expensive. Quality issues have further damaged the ID.4's market position. Owners frequently report infotainment system failures, screen blackouts, and electronic glitches that require dealer intervention. These technology problems are particularly damaging for an EV, where the digital experience represents a core part of the ownership proposition. The competitive landscape has grown increasingly challenging. Tesla's Model Y offers better range, superior charging infrastructure, more advanced technology, and stronger resale value for similar money. Meanwhile, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6 provide more distinctive styling, faster charging, and longer warranty coverage at competitive price points. Volkswagen's brand positioning creates additional challenges. Without the premium cachet of luxury brands or the EV-specific credibility of Tesla, the ID.4 occupies an awkward middle ground that fails to excite either traditional VW enthusiasts or EV early adopters. As one dealer explained, the customers who want German engineering usually prefer gas engines, while the tech-focused EV buyers typically want a Tesla. 3. Audi A6, 368 days supply. The Audi A6 has long represented the heart of the German luxury sedan market, offering understated elegance and refined driving dynamics. However, with an astonishing 368 days of inventory, a full year's supply, and 2,854 units sitting unsold, the A6 has become one of the market's most stagnant models. The A6's primary challenge is timing and perception. As Audi prepares to replace the conventional A6 with the all-electric A6 e-tron, the current generation is widely viewed as a lame duck model in its final days. This transition period creates hesitation among luxury buyers who recognize they're purchasing the last iteration of an outdated platform rather than Audi's vision for the future. Despite this end-of-life cycle status, the A6 still commands premium prices, with an average transaction around $67,000. This creates a value disconnect for sophisticated luxury shoppers who question paying full price for aging technology and design when the replacement is already being showcased at auto shows. Depreciation concerns further complicate the A6's market position. CarEdge estimates a 47% value loss over 5 years, meaning a new A6 purchased today might be worth just $33,000 after 5 years, a substantial financial hit for what remains an expensive luxury purchase. The competitive landscape has evolved significantly as well. The BMW 5 Series and Mercedes E-Class have received more recent updates with advanced technology and electrified powertrains, while the Genesis G80 offers similar luxury appointments with a longer warranty at a lower price point. These alternatives make the current A6 increasingly difficult to justify at its premium price point. 2. Audi Q4 e-tron, 388 days supply. Audi's compact electric SUV, the Q4 e-tron, has become one of the market's most troubled models with an incredible 388 days of inventory, well over a full year's supply, and 2,559 units gathering dust on dealer lots nationwide. The Q4 e-tron epitomizes the broader challenges facing luxury EVs from traditional manufacturers. While it offers Audi's renowned build quality and brand prestige, its fundamental specifications fail to match dedicated EV competitors. With range figures below competing models and charging speeds that lag behind newer architectures, the Q4 e-tron feels like a half step into electrification rather than a fully committed EV design. Reliability concerns have emerged despite Audi's generally strong quality reputation. Owners report software glitches, charging port issues, and inconsistent battery management system behavior. Problems that undermine confidence in a vehicle category where reliability anxieties are already elevated. These quality concerns are particularly damaging in the EV space, where technology trust is paramount. The competitive landscape offers numerous alternatives that outperform the Q4 e-tron in critical areas. Tesla's Model Y provides substantially longer range, better performance, and access to the superior supercharger network. Meanwhile, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6 offer faster charging, more distinctive styling, and longer warranties at lower price points. Perhaps most telling is the inventory situation itself. Nearly 13 months of supply indicates a fundamental rejection by the market that goes beyond normal sales fluctuations. As one dealer in Washington explained, "We've got Q4 e-trons that have been sitting on the lot for over a year. We've tried everything from five-figure discounts to 0% financing, but customers just aren't interested once they compare specs with Tesla or even Hyundai." 1. Ram 2500, 392 days supply. Topping our list of vehicles dealers can't sell is the Ram 2500 heavy-duty pickup with an extraordinary 392 days of inventory, meaning dealers are sitting on more than a full year's worth of trucks with 8,133 units unsold nationwide. This inventory crisis comes despite Stellantis recently unveiling a redesigned Ram 2500 and 3500 lineup specifically aimed at reversing declining sales. The Ram HD's problems begin with pricing strategy. While the truck market has generally accepted price increases across all segments, the heavy-duty space has proven more price-sensitive as these vehicles are often purchased for commercial and work purposes where business economics matter. Many dealers are still holding firm on pricing, refusing to offer the substantial discounts the market is now demanding. Competition in the heavy-duty segment has intensified dramatically. Ford's Super Duty and GM's HD trucks have received more substantial updates with advanced technology and capability improvements that make the Ram's refresh seem incremental by comparison. With minimal differentiation and higher effective prices, the Ram faces an uphill battle for market share. The broader economic environment has particularly impacted heavy-duty truck sales. Rising interest rates have a more pronounced effect on these higher-priced vehicles, with typical transaction prices exceeding $70,000. For commercial buyers making calculated business decisions, these increased financing costs directly impact the bottom line and often delay purchasing decisions. Reliability concerns continue to plague Stellantis products broadly, and the Ram HD line has faced its share of issues. Consumer reports and J.D. Power data suggest below-average reliability compared to heavy-duty competitors from Ford and GM, creating hesitation among buyers making substantial investments in work vehicles where downtime means lost income. As one dealer in Texas summarized the situation, the heavy-duty truck market is always more rational than half-tons. These are business tools, not lifestyle vehicles. When we're not offering compelling value compared to Ford and Chevy, and we're asking premium prices with higher interest rates, customers simply wait or go elsewhere. The inventory crisis we're witnessing isn't just a temporary market fluctuation, it's a warning sign of deeper structural problems in the automotive industry that could reshape the market for years to come. For consumers, this dealer desperation creates both opportunity and risk. On one hand, unprecedented discounts are becoming available on certain models as manufacturers and dealers struggle to clear backlogged inventory. Vehicles that previously sold at or above MSRP are now available with five-figure discounts, 0% financing, and incentive packages not seen since the 2008 financial crisis. However, these same market conditions create serious risks for unwary buyers. Vehicles with hundreds of days of inventory typically suffer catastrophic depreciation, creating financial traps for those who finance purchases. A $10,000 discount might seem attractive until you realize the vehicle will lose $20,000 in value during the first year due to market rejection. For manufacturers, the stakes are even higher. Prolonged inventory gluts force production cuts, layoffs, and delayed product plans. We're already seeing these effects across the industry, with Ford, GM, and Stellantis all announcing manufacturing pauses and workforce reductions in recent months. These moves ripple through the entire automotive supply chain, affecting everything from parts suppliers to transportation companies. The EV transition faces particular challenges. With multiple electric models appearing on our list of slowest-selling vehicles, manufacturers must reckon with the reality that consumer adoption is happening more slowly than their ambitious production plans anticipated. The billions invested in EV development and manufacturing capacity may not generate returns on the timeline executives promised investors. The most shocking revelation in this inventory data isn't just which vehicles aren't selling, it's the pattern these struggling models reveal about the fundamental disconnect between the auto industry's priorities and market realities. What do the Audi Q4 e-tron, Ford Mustang Mach-E, Porsche Taycan, and Volkswagen ID.4 have in common? They're all electric vehicles with triple-digit days supply. The industry poured billions into EV development based on projections of rapid adoption, but the market is sending a clear message that this transition will be more gradual and selective than manufacturers anticipated. The luxury segment faces a similar reckoning. The Audi A6, Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Land Rover Discovery, and Range Rover Velar all represent premium products with price tags that have climbed steadily over the past 5 years. Their inventory struggles signal that the market's tolerance for ever higher luxury prices has reached its limit, particularly as interest rates have increased financing costs. Perhaps most telling is what isn't on our list. Certain vehicles continue to sell briskly despite the overall market slowdown. Toyota's lineup maintains healthy inventory levels, with models like the RAV4, Camry, and Corolla turning quickly despite minimal incentives. Honda similarly maintains disciplined inventory management with strong demand for the CR-V and Civic. The market isn't rejecting all vehicles, just those that fail to deliver compelling value propositions. This reveals the true story behind today's auto market. Consumers haven't stopped buying cars. They've become more selective and value-conscious. Vehicles offering genuine utility, proven reliability, and reasonable pricing continue to sell, while those pushing the boundaries of pricing power without delivering proportional benefits languish on lots.